Hey everybody, it's Chad Warren from the adventurerchannel.com/blog and the Adventurer Channel on YouTube. Hope you're well, having a great day. After the first cool temperatures here in the Little Rock area, 29. Did fine sleeping in my truck. I want to focus on gematria. What is gematria? Gematria is this idea that was popular in ancient Greece, and of course, you know it from Roman numerals, where letters equal numbers, right? So you have like a year 1991, and it's these Roman numerals. That's interesting. I think that's I's and V's and M's and C's and X's and all of that. So they counted numbers with letters. That right there tells you how much of a core idea this is and not some far out idea, even though most people have never heard of the word. And evidently, it has to do with how the Jews were in captivity in Babylon, and that's where a big change in the Jews happened, where they were taught, I think, by King Cyrus, how to run his government and these occult secrets knowledge, right? That's why we have governments with the CIA and all of this spies and all this stuff today, and academics, like modern high priests with this knowledge that the general public doesn't have, and so that's why everything's evil in the world, because you still have this priest class of racist supremacists that in the Talmud say, you know, they're white and everybody else is a goy that's not a Jew, and not even they even sacrifice their own Jewish people in the Holocaust in order to have Adolf Hitler found Israel, and just on and on and on of all this terrible stuff that I guess most people haven't heard of, and then there's quite a few people that do know about it. I was just chatting with somebody at the coffee shop I was surprised was on board with all this. But anyway, uh, specifically, let's look at what one of these ciphers shows to be how these numbers are connected. So this is one of many ciphers, English ordinal, and it appears to be the simplest one, so that A is 1, B is 2, and then you have 26 letters in the English alphabet, and so then I found that's at Gematrinator, which is a gematria calculator. So it's simple math to figure these things out, and even simpler with these calculators. And then over here at gematrix.org, I'm not sure, maybe you can do this over at Gematrinator as well, but so I typed in my name, Chad Douglas Warren, and in these different ciphers you get different numbers. In Jewish gematria, which I'm not exactly sure what. I know you get larger values. See, you've got 200 and this kind of thing. And this is also connected with numerology, which is just whatever your number is. I forget, what method this is, Chaldean or whatever, but you end up with one number between 1 and 10. You can just add the numbers together. Like if you had 1284, you'd add the 2 and the 1. 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay. So, but in Jewish gematria, my name is 1494. So, this is the first time that I have looked to see, is there any pattern that shows a connection between, it could be any word. I'm looking here, happens to be my name. Is there any connection or pattern between these phrases that share the same numerical value? And I don't know what some of these are. The blue light revelation, and some of these phrases are illegible or abbreviated beyond recognition. The Mrs. Davidson capital B T, third grade. Born the November 30th. That sounds like somebody that's doesn't know grammar well. Would be born November 30th, not the. Uh, but then we have phrases like the real Jesus Christ. And now here, there does seem to be some phrases that seem to be the exact opposite. I, a true deliverance from God. Oppose God, divine genius. That's an interesting concept. Could we say Jesus opposes God? Now, we say the word oppose and we think of it in a negative term, like somebody saying that the other person is bad. So I oppose this, I don't like it. But if we look at the word to mean opposite, something that's opposite from something else doesn't have a connotation, right? The north is opposite the south. That's a fact. There's nothing negative about that. So we could say that Jesus is at the opposite end of God because he's in physical form in the body of a man. Wizard, I certainly like that idea of people tell me that I am an intellect, let alone what I think of myself. Jehovah, Elohim, I don't know who I am David Nathaniel Bridge the Hoosier. I could look that up. Jesus is the Son of God, was a repentant man. Now that connects with my namesake Nebuchadnezzar is where the name Chad comes from. So it's actually Cud, Nebuchadnezzar. And King Nebuchadnezzar was a proud pagan Babylonian king who has an interesting place in the Bible. And my understanding is that he took some followers of Jehovah, Jews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the Old Testament, and he had them put in a furnace and to burn them alive for daring to have another god that they refused to give up and bow to King Nebuchadnezzar alone. And instead of them dying, God saved them, and King Nebuchadnezzar was very impressed by this. And then later he has Daniel, who is his one of many uh, dream interpreters, and Nebuchadnezzar killed the other interpreters because they gave him bogus information or what he thought was. But then Daniel was like, hey, hold on, give me a week, let me pray to God and see what he says. And then he gave him the prophecy of the statue where King Nebuchadnezzar represented the golden head of the statue, and on and on. Seems to be a prophecy about empires changing through time. Till today, we have the feet. Some say the feet represent how Rome became the different European nations. All right, and then back to was a repentant man. King Nebuchadnezzar was prideful, and he was made to go crazy for a number of years outside of his kingdom, where he sat there and chewed grass, right? So that's where we get the phrase that a cow chews its cud, Nebuchadnezzar. So I am the cud, the grass that is chewed. A cow does that for some probably enzymatic action of digestion in its multiple stomachs. I don't know. He who is Leischer Beta, that's German, I don't know. I'll go to what I can recognize here. Yeshua of Nazareth. Jesus is the Son of God. Trust your heart. Jesus is the Son of God. We got that already. Coming Days of Great Tribulation, All Hidden Thoughts Revealed. I'm definitely a person that's involved in de-occulting, revealing this hidden information that about these conspiracies, which are people that are these Kabbalists that are in a cabal, these Ashkenazi white fake Jews, those who Jesus referred to as the synagogue of Satan, those who say they are Jews but are not Jews. So, I'm not in any way hateful of any kind of Jewish people because it's, all of America is mind controlled to think and defend Israel. So that would be attacking these people that I grew up with that call themselves Christian but are anything but, because Rome took over Christianity a long time ago. Jesus and the disciples were all crucified and murdered for their beliefs, which challenged the gangster mafia Roman emperors and their taxes and all their materialism. So, I'm doing the same today. And then, of course, I'm out there saying, look, all you liberals and the Republicans, these people that depend on secular politics, of Trump, or they rally against racism, but then they're all beholden to these Zionist masters that are the most racist people on the planet. So I am seeing some, definite desires to be like the real Jesus Christ when I see so few people doing that, so it's not any kind of megalomania of seeing myself as some great person. I, have a very damaged self-image, which is why I live in my truck, even though I've inherited money, and I'm just fortunate to be working at a retail job now as the past 5 weeks. And, so I don't have any super inflated opinion of myself, but I'm very angry. I used to be angry at these people on the top of the power pyramid doing all this master lord abuse of we the people, but now I'm more upset at my peers who continue to buy stuff on Amazon and let Israel take all of our tax dollars and fight their wars against these brown Muslim people that I don't have any problem with. I don't even know any of them. And there's a lot of Jewish people that don't like this stuff and speak out about it and whatnot. But let's see. Multicultural army. I don't care what somebody's color is. The whole concept of race is made up by these people. Amazon jungle. Amazon is a piece of shit that is an example of fake progress, of like the good deal you're getting is happening because somebody can't take a bathroom break, as if now, we in America are being taught to become what Russia is known to be, this gulag, and what China is known to be, this, state where your neighbors rat you out, and which they do with technology over there. If you jaywalk, some camera captures it and shows it all at every bus stop in your neighborhood, and then you're, shamed by your neighbors that are afraid to get in trouble unless they shame you because the government said so. Sink California, USA with HARP. Young Cruz. He who is B Crest Elite. Laura Eisenhower. Apartment number 5. Oprah S. Favorite Things. You'll Hurt Me So Much. Black Currant Wine. Death to Dajjal. That's the demons. I think that the Muslims call them that. I know I should act. Yeah. I'm here lamenting the fact that this knowledge is not doing other than to hopefully share with you what a student like myself is looking into these topics and testing them out. And that's the whole point of social media, is for us to learn together. Senator John Kyle, Zihan Puryu, A Delete Everything, Mighty Messer Elenis, Detroit, Michigan. They are preparing the Antichrist. William Russell. Oh, I like him. Well, Gematrix goes viral. Maybe I will be a part of that revolution there. Uh, an incredibly stupid person. Golly, I hope I'm not an incredibly stupid, an indescribably stupid person. That's what people think about me, but I'm the only one that's using reason to back up why they think what they do. Here's an example, just to highlight the kind of behavior that I have to deal with on a regular basis. Here it is. So, why is it a good idea for us to send our tax dollars that are supposed to defend America over to Israel in the form of all the technology that we give them when Hitler founded Israel? Talmudic Jews just took over the Jewish religion and they don't respect the other Jewish people, and they openly plan to take over the world through organized crime, and they call us all goy who are to be their slaves. Is that something you think is a good idea to support as America? These are the people that are responsible for the Jewish and Armenian Holocaust. Are they your allies? Are you such a fan of the Sopranos and the Godfather movies that you want to be mobster? So then look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This person thinks I'm an indescribably stupid person, but I think they're projecting what is true about them. So he laughed here with this little laughter emoticon, this David Abasso, who I don't know. And I said, David Abasso, what is so funny? I hate the behavior of people who critique but have no reason behind their appeal to ridicule logical fallacy. And then he says, "Oh, I'm laughing at your commentary and generally lousy analytical abilities." See, that's projection. He has lousy analytical abilities because I've asked him to specify his problem that he has with me, and he refuses to. Then he does what these fake liberals do now, is they live in a fantasy world where they don't want to debate you. They want to tell you to shut up. They are fascist. Yet they think they are anti-fascist. He wants to stop me from speaking, and he refuses to engage in debate. Don't bother responding, telling me what to do. I'll see myself out. You're not anywhere other than in your own mind. You're out of your mind. They think Facebook is a physical place that I'm on Facebook to get in your head with these ideas that are not my ideas. This is information like, look, there's a tree. The light is green. Let's go. That's logic. I've long ago lost patience with the amateur hour theory crafters. Oh, you mean like the fake scientists like Bill Nye and whomever at NASA that lies to me about being in space and floating in zero G, and then they drop a screw on their fake space station that all it takes is a television illusion to convince people that there is a NASA space program, that we haven't been to the moon since 1969 and we can't get back there because we don't have the technology. How is that even believable? I don't understand that the people around me, I don't think they are that stupid. So it's got to be mind control, right? I understand mind control. Mind control for me is when I continue to go to McDonald's when I know that it is evil. It's unhealthy. It's expensive. It's using marketing to those golden arches. It takes up real estate in your mind of these good feelings. That's why Coke tastes great and all this. So yeah, people can logically go, I don't think it tastes great. I don't want to do it. But yet we keep doing these things, just like alcohol addiction, right? So that's having your discipline of thought taken over. Your judgment is taken over by the use of marketing, which is the use of occult knowledge about symbology, which is what these Jewish people are doing. So that is the what I have to deal with is people saying that I am not making sense when in fact I'm making perfect sense. And then when I ask them to specify what they're talking about, they don't have anything to say. See, I'm talking about why is Israel receiving all of this money and American taxpayer-funded research? If Israel is working hand in hand with Russia and China, and y'all are the ones that believe these nations and wars are real, not me, right? And then when I say, well, look, these Masons, they're the ones that are obsessed with this topic of Jewish mysticism of Babylon and the mysteries and gematria, and that's what Washington D.C. is. That's why they have an obelisk there, okay? Because it is a pagan reference to a man's sexual member and all of this stuff, and people just say I'm crazy, but they don't even listen to what I'm saying or say it's wrong and why. So check out Zachary K. Hubbard to learn more. I'm reading Letters and Numbers. That's his ebook that's only like $12 or something. So I've gone a little step further here in exploring the two questions of do I see any patterns that haven't been presented to me by Zachary, right? So in his example, I'll show you here with this reader. We're seeing that oh, do I not have it? Wait a minute. Yeah, here we go. Oh man, I somehow lost that by emptying my files. I'll have to recover it. But it was showing that Masonry, Secret Order, Gnostic, all are 33. Washington, D.C., and Morals and Dogma, the book by Albert Pike, who was a Mason, both equal like 147. So those are obvious to see the patterns in those, but it's the first time I've checked out some patterns, but using my name here in this example. And then number two, can we good people use this uh, sacred pattern recognition to cast positive spells? Right? If 9/11 was this satanic ritual to control reality, how can we control it for good? I think that is the battle. So, thank you for watching.